Today is a true training video, and I'm going to be sharing with you 10 tips, like major suggestions, recommendations that will basically, if you follow all 10 of these, it'll guarantee your success, whether you're selling final expense insurance or any other life insurance product. And I want to start with a short story, because this, if you follow what I'm getting at, could possibly save you from failure or getting into debt. And when I was originally a Hartford agent, I was originally recruited to sell insurance through the Hartford. I was captive, and I had to go to the office every day and get training. And two of the things that they taught me was to always deliver my policies, which was very important, because by delivering your policies, now you're able to keep more people on the books. And if they say, hey, well, I was going to cancel, now you can lower the face amount and save the sale. You can basically do a price drop close. And the second thing I was taught to do, and we had to do, it was mandatory, was anytime there was a cancellation or an insufficient funds, you had to get to the client's house. You had to get there face to face to save it. You didn't try calling them over the phone to save it. Hey, we're going to save this over the phone. That doesn't work. So these two things are important, and that's what I was required to do. And by me doing that, I had like the highest persistence. My persistence and placement was almost 100%. It was like 97, 98%, really, really high. So just keep that stuff in mind for you guys. Before we get to tip number one, I highly recommend that you keep in mind how much energy that you have while you're making your presentation, while you're calling set appointments, and while you're door knocking your leads. Because to me, as long as you have a high level of excitement, energy, and enthusiasm, it's always going to make it easier for you to close more sales. You can never be too energetic, but you can be too monotone and bore these people and not get anywhere with them. So let's start with tip number one, weekly leads. My recommendation is, as soon as possible, for you to get on an exclusive weekly fixed cost direct mail lead program. I suggest 30 to maybe 40 to start out with if you have that kind of money. And meanwhile, work Facebook leads while you're waiting for your leads to come in. Don't hesitate, don't wait. As soon as you get your first contracts coming in, even if you really don't know what you're doing, you know a little bit, but you don't know everything, you're gonna find that most of your learning is gonna happen in the field anyways. So get your butt out there and do what you can, work the Facebook leads until the direct mail leads start to come in. My tip number two, door knock all of your leads. When you are a new insurance agent, you're probably not going to be great on the phone, and you're probably not going to have enough leads to even work full-time setting appointments. So like to me, if you're only working like 20 leads a week, you should be door knocking all your leads anyways. I don't care if you've already mastered the art of door knocking or not. You're gonna get more sales, you're gonna get in front of more people, you're gonna get in more presentations if you just get out there and door knock your leads. But no matter what, if you're a new agent, for your first 2 to 3 months, you should be mastering the art of door knocking. Like, don't even make phone calls, just get out there and door knock. Number three, when it's time for you to start calling to set appointments, what I like to do is row through all my leads, and I hate to say this, you're not gonna like it if you're new to this, but you gotta do it like a real phone day, 8 to 10 times, all of your leads, and double tap and triple tap. In other words, you know, when you start with lead number one, call it. If they don't answer, hang up and call it again immediately, and then move to lead number two. But eventually throughout the day, if that lead still isn't picking up, do it a third time. Call, they don't pick up, hang up, 5 seconds, call again, they don't pick up, hang up, 5 seconds, call again. This creates urgency, and a lot of people will naturally go, what is going on? This person has called 15 times today, and eventually they will actually pick up the phone, and you'd be surprised. You'll get more appointments this way, guaranteed. So number four, I look at it this way. When we start as an independent agent, we start to create bad habits or good habits. And that's why, let me just say this, I firmly believe that if you're a new agent, there is nothing wrong with going the captive route. Learn the business through a captive agency like I did for a few months, and then go to be independent. Don't worry about the commission levels. You gotta learn, you've gotta cut your teeth. You're gonna be making all kinds of mistakes, so it doesn't really matter to me where you start. What matters is whether you're getting the best training. Like my situation, I had to go in the office every day and learn. Had I not been that captive agent, I wouldn't be the independent agency owner that I am today. Put it that way. Now, as far as bad habits are concerned, a lot of agents will go out at noon and work until 4 in the afternoon. Working partial days is the worst thing you can do. You'll never get any momentum going. It's a bad habit. Have a schedule. Be out in the field at least 3 or 4 days, full days. You'll get more done in those full days than you will in your half days. In other words, hour by hour. You'll get more sales in an 8-hour day than you will in a 4-hour day. And yeah, I know that makes sense, but in a 4-hour day, you may make 1 or 2, but in an 8-hour day, you may make 6 or 8 sales. And that's my point. It's the time on the rail. Momentum. You have to get your momentum going. You're never going to get your momentum going by working part-time, just a few hours here and there. I'm telling you, you'll probably never even get through the learning curve. Number 6, spend time with your prospects, with your clients. It is impossible as a new agent for you to spend too much time with these people. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to have people that'll hold you hostage. They'll take up all your time. You're going to figure that out and figure out how to deal with them as time goes on. But when you're new, you got to close as many sales in the beginning as you possibly can. You have to give every sale 100%. The worst thing you can do is go, oh geez, I'm running late to my second appointment while you're sitting with your client. Until they've kicked you out, said absolutely no, you're still happening. You're still alive in that appointment. So don't give up easily. Keep pushing, spend the extra time. If you have to go back and build rapport, go back and rebuild your rapport. Make sure you have your personal commercial ready where you're talking about your family and how you got into the business. And just don't give up no matter what, even if you have to do like a second personal commercial at the end. Number 7, stay in control of all aspects of the sale. When you're calling to set appointments, make sure you're the one depicting the time by your schedule. When you're door knocking your leads, don't let them chase you away. You're doing your job. This is important. Push your way in. Don't listen to the nonsense. When you're making your presentation, the same thing. If they need the insurance, you need to keep pushing the importance and the urgency of the insurance. And stay in control in another way too. A lot of times you'll go to the house and it'll be hard to breathe. It'll be real dirty inside or what have you. Port yourself. Tell them, hey, let's grab a couple chairs and go sit outside. If the dog's bouncing around, hey, can you go ahead and lock him in the back room for me, please? Put him in his cage. If the TV's on, Mr. Jones, this is very important. I need you to turn the TV off for me, please. Stay in control. Don't let them depict anything. You're going to get respect this way. You're going to make more sales this way. You're going to help more people this way. Number 8, deliver all your policies. And I know I touched on this a while ago. Every single policy, if you deliver it in person your first couple of years, you're going to have a much higher placement and much higher persistence than the next guy. Actually, it may save you from failing. Most agents that fail, I've never had an agent, let me put it this way, I've never had an agent fail out of the business and end up in debt that did this. But I've had debt roll up to us, roll up to our agency from agents that were just too lazy. They didn't want to deliver their policies and they didn't want to do the right thing. Which leads us to number 9, save all cancellations in person too. Same thing. If you save all cancellations in person or if there's an insufficient fund and you get to their house to help them, it's going to be so much easier for you to do that than over the phone. If you follow these 2 rules, deliver policies, save cancellations, all in person, you are practically guaranteeing your success. And number 10, this is super, super important. I probably saved the best for last. This is where a lot of agents fail. Stay in contact with your clients after you sell them. They need to hear from you a couple of times a year. By doing this, it keeps that rapport going. It keeps that trust going. All that work you did to earn their respect is going to stay there. And do something that I never did. I will say we used send out cards to stay in contact with our clients early on. But nowadays, you can get a really good CRM. And like our agents have access to a free CRM. This thing is awesome. You can put all your clients in there. You can find out when their birthday is coming up, like when they're turning 65. So now you can go back and sell them a Medicare Advantage plan or do something, help them with their Medicare. You can send them text messages. Hey, it's Doug, your insurance agent. Just wanted you to know that I'm here for you. Call me anytime you need me. You can do voice drops. This is pretty cool. It rings, they get one ring and then it goes right into the voicemail with whatever message you have saved. Very nice. That way you can do this every quarter even. And what you're going to find, this is what we've learned. A lot of agents that are doing this, they're getting phone calls from their clients wanting to add to their insurance or wanting to help them with like their Medicare insurance or Medicare Advantage or their Medicare supplements. For more information on working with us at United Final Expense Services, whether it's selling final expense or Medicare products as a completely independent agent, just shoot me an email at doug@ufesonline.com. Remember, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now, get out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.